Hello, Articulturists, and welcome to another episode of Season 2, Episode 2. We made it to the second one. Today, I think I'm going to talk about Roswell, because it's culture. It may not be art, but there is art based on it, and it has made a cultural impact on America, so, get with the program. And my credentials to talk about this is that I read a book. Try it sometime. I read a book called The Roswell Incident by this guy named Roger Moore.
I believe it's Roger Moore.
Roger Moore and some other guy. But Roger Moore's the guy who's the investigator. So, Roswell. You heard of it? You been there, maybe?
I've been there.
You've been there. I've been there. But that's because I'm a freak. I went to the museum. It's on my computer. The Roswell Museum. Yeah, fun. And so basically, if you don't know the tea about Roswell, on July 3rd, 1947, July 3rd, July 4th, it kind of goes back and forth. But I think most of it happened on July 4th. The crash happened on July 3rd, I think. Or that's the proposed story, I guess. Allegedly. And Rancher Mac Brazel was the first guy to recover some sort of mysterious debris in his ranch outside of his house in Corona, New Mexico. He finds this stuff. It's allegedly, from his reports, it is like tinfoil, but when you crunch it, it goes back into, place. So you crunch the tinfoil and then it goes back into its original form. Allegedly.
I mean, Mac Brazel, who owns a ranch in New Mexico.
He didn't own the ranch. He just worked on it.
He worked on the ranch?
He just worked on the ranch.
Well,
yeah, he was a shepherd.
Mac Brazel, the shepherd, I'm sure is completely trustworthy.
Yeah. Well, he had seen multiple weather balloons, which will come up later and which will be very important. He'd seen a lot of weather balloons come down as there was an Army Air Force base located in Roswell where they routinely deployed weather balloons. And so this was not an uncommon occurrence for weather balloons to make ground on his ranch. But this crash site was a lot different. It was bigger. There was some other kind of not balsam wood, because that's what's from the weather balloons. There was some wooden beam-esque things, but they weren't wood because they couldn't burn it. And it had hieroglyphics on it.
Egyptian hieroglyphics?
Yeah, that's what they were described as. Egyptian hieroglyphics. They're not Egyptian hieroglyphics, but Egyptian hieroglyphics-esque, I guess, is what they were trying to go for.
Some sort of runes, perhaps.
Some sort of runes. And this tinfoil-y material, all of this stuff, he collects it. He goes, this is crazy. I don't know what this is. And he takes it up to, I think he takes it into Corona first, and then he goes to Roswell, and gives it to the Army Air Force Base, received by Major Jesse A. Marcel, who kind of takes up the reins of the operation for the story after this point. After Mac Brazel finds it, brings it to Roswell, Jesse A. Marcel kind of becomes the guy who's showing it off. He brings a small piece into Roswell, and then they're like, oh, we should go investigate it. So then him and some other people, Major Jesse A. Marcel and his posse, go out to the fields of Corona, New Mexico, and investigate the crash site. They look at the material. They spend a night in Mac Brazel's house, eating, cold beans in his, rustic cabin, which sounds romantic to me.
Very rugged.
Yeah, very rugged. And then afterwards, they head back. There's an account from Jesse Marcel's son, Jesse Marcel Jr., because he's real creative, that he, burst into their house in the middle of the night and, got all of the kids and the wife up and was like, guys, look at this, I found this stuff, it's crazy, I bend it, and then it goes right back, wow, this is crazy, he was freaking out about it. He was tweaking, let's say.
As the kids say. Which is strange because if you were a major at an Army Air Force base, you would know what materials a freaking weather balloon had on it. Would that be wrong? I mean, there's a lot of majors, and considering this is before the Army and the Air Force split,
true.
He could be like a major in the artillery corps and never flown in an airplane before.
I believe that he was he was involved with the 509th Bomb Squad.
Oh, yeah, it helped administer Operation Crossroads, which was the nuclear bombing of Bikini Atoll.
Yes.
So he
was very high-ranking, very known military personnel. And let's not forget that on his deathbed, he said that the Roswell incident was an unidentified flying object. That they didn't know. That he didn't know, and that was covered up. Because when he gets in contact with the superiors up at the Army Air Force Base, they say, okay, we got to go collect all of it. So they go back to Corona, New Mexico. They collect all of the debris. They do like a sweep in it. And they take it all from the people who kept it. Like if anyone kept a sample of it, it was taken away from them. Some people, like Jesse Marcel Jr., I think still had a sample of it. But after he started to like show it off, it was confiscated from him. So that's kind of crazy. And then after all of this hubbub happens, originally from the Army Air Force Base, there was a guy who typed up a news article thing to the media, and he said, blah, 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 flying object has occurred, we don't know what it is, it crashed, boom, like UFO, basically. And he sends that out to the Roswell press, they publish it. After it is published, it is then redacted, and they were like, well, actually, that wasn't supposed to go out. It was a weather balloon. We got it all figured out. Nothing to worry about. Go on with your lives, basically.
I do want to say, this is kind of, nowadays we associate UFO with aliens.
True. Now I get into that. I don't 100% think it was aliens.
UFO, the literal words just mean unidentified flying object.
Yes.
So that can be Army speak for thing we don't want you to know about.
True. UFO disc, but it was always described as disc-shaped.
Disc.
Yes, it was always described as disc-shaped, even in that original news article publication. So it's, kind of tentative what was happening, but definitely whatever happened, there was a conspiracy because they redacted this information. Then, when there are these really famous pictures, if you Google who Jesse A. Marcel is, there's really famous pictures of him holding up, like, tinfoil, it looks like, and going, like he's going, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like him posing with it.
It's him posing with it. One of those pictures is with the alleged debris from the crash site. Only one. Then after they took that one picture, they gathered up the material and then replaced it with weather balloon debris. And so the rest of them, he's like, looks kind of like confused and weird, and it's because it's a different substance than what he had given them. They took it away and he never saw it again. And they shipped all of the remains to Fort Worth, I think. And then from Fort Worth it went to, I think, somewhere in Ohio. Again, I'm recalling a book I read, so if you want to fact check me, come meet me at the Blue Canopy area if you want to have a conversation about the Roswell incident. You know what I mean? If you want to fact check me here, come meet me outside. But basically, he gets all this stuff. It's sent away. He originally was on the flight that transported it from Roswell to Texas. But once he got off in Texas, they were like, you can't fly this anymore. You have to go back home. We'll take it from here. And he never knew what happened to it after that. So the whole conspiracy basically is that a flying saucer of whatever ilk was struck by lightning because
Mac Brazel had reported that there was a lightning storm earlier that night, crashed on this ranch where Mac Brazel recovered it, but also had another crash site. Because there's 3 reported crash sites.
3 crash sites.
3 crash sites. There's 3 crash sites. One of them is the Marcel crash site. One of them is out further next to Alamogordo, and it's where this guy reports that he saw a crash site where he saw alien bodies. And this is where we get into the kind of mysterious aspect of it, let's just say.
These are the little gray men?
Where we start getting little green men.
Yes.
Yes. So we have, let's see. I'm pulling this up on the Wikipedia page, guys. If y'all really want to get into it, get into the Wikipedia page.
Wikipedia is a reliable source as long as you say you're using Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly. Barnett is his name. Barnett is this kind of archaeological guy. He's doing a hike out in the desert. And he reports that he saw debris and that he saw little bodies in the desert, along with an archaeological group from a college. The college is not named. We don't know where they're from. But he comes in and he's like, wow, I saw these beings. They were gray. They were 3 to 4 feet tall, big eyes. And then that's kind of all he gets of it. And he says that military men come and, like, get them out of the area and dispose of it, I guess. So that's another crash site. And then there's another one that I think is just a low-key hoax. It was someone who just, like, reported something happening and wasn't really important.
Just a person saying things?
It was just a person saying things, which I think Barnett also was kind of just saying things, because his story does not really line up that well.
Well, and, like, he's at a time, because this kind of re-breaks to the public in 1978, right?
In the 80s.
Yeah, like, it happens, and then there's, like, the Air Force guy involved, like, his kid and him as a dying man are like, oh yeah, by the way, in the mid 80s, and then this guy pops up also in the early 80s and is like, oh yeah, by the way.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. That's a very important part of this kind of timeline that we have here. So everything happens because of our modernity. The timeline of events is skewed for us because we think, oh, Roswell, it's like a thing that you know. It's a cultural, in the zeitgeist, it's a thing that we all know about. You might not know the specifics, but you know the name, and you know that it's associated with aliens and UFOs and crazy people and conspiracies and all that noise.
And if you've ever driven through New Mexico, you've probably driven through Roswell, and you've probably stopped at the gas station in Roswell.
And you've seen the UFO-themed McDonald's, you've seen the statues, you've gone to the museum, you know.
Yeah.
But what the timeline looks like from an upwards perspective, if we were going to look down on it like we're looking at a piece of paper, 1947, all of this happens in July. Then it's after the cover-up, after they say, oh, it was a weather balloon, the government doesn't want you to talk about it, don't talk about it, everyone was like, sure. Because in the 1940s, everyone loved the government.
Government had just won World War
II. We just won World War II. We were like, yeah, whatever you say, government, I'm covering it up. That was a weather balloon. I believe you. Because they're like, well, why would the government lie to us? You know? So the cover-up happens. Everyone forgets about this story. No one gives a gaff about this story. Until the 80s, when Jesse A. Marcel's dying, his son is there. Also, we get the first book that's published about the conspiracy, which is the book that I read, called The Incident at Roswell. I think it's called that.
Well, and like broadly, this is also a time when, as you said, basically trust in the U.S. government peaked in the 1950s.
Right.
And it had been slowly declining and is at like an all-time low in the early 1980s.
Right.
And so you see lots of these little fringe conspiracy stuff that had kind of been bubbling in like subcultures and things like that just get shot into the mainstream. That's stuff like Bigfoot as well.
Yes, Bigfoot as well. That had still been popular since the
Bigfoot had been
50s, 60s, 70s. 70s is like peak Bigfoot time. 80s, I mean, it really hasn't gone away since that time. No. But peak, I would say 70s.
Yeah.
And then coming off of that into... So the book is called The Roswell Incident by Charles Berlitz and William L. Moore. The book that I read. And that is the first major book written about Roswell. That kind of puts forth the idea of aliens existing and that the government covered up this sort of crash and they recovered bodies. The recoverment of alien bodies is a really big part of the Roswell lore.
Yeah.
It's really big. Although there's not a lot of like concrete... There is no concrete evidence of it. There's some photos that circulate around, the autopsy footage that I think is fake, but is really interesting if you want to go look at it. Has been, procuring in the depths. And then there's nothing really super convincing except for like conjecture about some people who worked at the base and saw people hauling around little caskets or little gurneys, and they would see like a hand that was like weird pop out, or they saw the eyes and they were huge and soulless. And then one person reports that they had little pocket mouths, which I think is a really fun detail. That there was like nothing in the mouth, but there was a mouth, so they would just like, it was just like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a marsupial pouch.
Like a marsupial pouch, which, if we want to go the alien route, my thinking along that line is that these little 3-foot tall aliens that are like bipedal and look like humans, but not really, are like synthesized biomechanical drones, basically, that they send out in their UFOs, and they look like humans that if they crash, they're like, oh, they're human enough, so... You know what I mean? Does that hold up?
I think they would hit the uncanny valley.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
But it's like the...
I think that's part of the mystique.
It's part of the mystique,
like,
yeah.
The popular view of these things is like dead smack in the middle of the uncanny valley.
Right. Make you feel uneasy. Because if they really were aliens, they wouldn't look like people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'd be incomprehensible.
They'd be incomprehensible. They'd be silicon-based life forms.
That's the hot take.
That's the hot take. But if I were to rationalize this, if I'm going with them being aliens, they have to be like a synthesized drone that's made to look like humans. Yeah. And to have the proportions of. I don't know why you would do that, but...
A bioengineered type.
Yeah, it's like, make it comfortable or something like that. Or interdimensional.
Uh-huh.
We bring that up. They're interdimensional beings that are like humans, but not from our dimension, that kind of are hopping around and then they crash.
Well, but wouldn't they also run into the same thing as aliens?
They wouldn't be the same. They'd be from Earth.
From an alternate dimension of Earth.
Yes. Where they're like hyper advanced or something. I don't know. Or future humans coming back to stop us from doing nuclear testing, which they didn't do. But
I mean, they missed by a few years.
Well, I guess they were trying to just see what was going on. I don't know. So they're like advanced humans that they don't need the use for digestion, I guess, and we just like photosynthesize and we fly around UFOs,
saucers or whatever, and
potentially. Or if we're going through the Occam's razor, if we're treading the Occam's razor like a tightrope, secret Russian or secret American, some sort of testing, which I think is where I kind of do realistically think it goes.
I think the Air Force is definitely hiding something.
There was definitely a cover-up.
It's just the thing they're hiding is not aliens.
No, I don't think it was aliens, but I think it was definitely a cover-up, and it messed with a lot of people's heads.
Well, like officially, they said it was part of Project Mogul.
Yeah, and Project Mogul's fake.
Which is what they say Project Mogul is basically like a big high-altitude weather balloon that has a microphone on it to listen for nuclear detonations in Russia.
Right. I don't believe
Was it that?
No.
Or was it...
That's the cover-up. That's where we're like, oh, it was a secret project that we were doing, but it's not the real secret project.
With the amount of crazy stuff the Air Force was doing in the late 40s,
mm-hmm.
and with the amount of it that panned out in the 60s,
mm-hmm.
into stuff that is still weirdly relevant today,
right?
It would absolutely not shock me if, like, the fundamental design for like the B-21, which is the new bomber they're making, is based on like some testing they did in like 1947. That's still like turbo classified.
Yeah.
And this was like a random plane crash that we're gonna find out about in 100 years.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Or it was aliens.
Or it was aliens.
Because they say that they got the UFOs, and from the UFO testing, they're developing Army stuff. That's where we go into like the modern day stuff, where we fast forward, and we see the ramifications of the Roswell incident into stuff like what's his name? What's that guy? You know that guy?
You have to give me more.
Damn it.
Who's that guy? What's his
Who's
name?
that guy? The whistleblower.
Well, Snowden?
No. The whistleblower on UAPs.
Unknown aerial phenomena?
Yes, because that's what they call them now, because they don't want to call them UFOs. David Grush. David Grush is this another like whistleblower guy in the U.S. government. Now, like in 2023, 2024, 2025, 2025.
Said 2025 twice, but pop off.
Because it's been here twice.
It has been here twice.
He claimed on like Congress, he was like, we have non-human biologics, we have, you know, vehicles that are not of this earth that we're studying. He says that one of them, he like went inside of it and it was like big on the inside but little on the outside. It was like some like physics messery or something like that. And he's doing on and on, more hearings are going on about it. That's what he claims. And so we're still having like military UAP. They just released a bunch of UAP videos. More. They released more UAP videos. Tic Tacs. The Tic Tac UFOs. If you've ever seen those.
I haven't.
They're little Tic Tacs.
I was assuming they were shaped like Tic Tacs.
They're shaped like Tic Tacs, and they're on the like Army like aircraft tracking systems, and they're like, you can hear like the guys like, oh, what is that? That's crazy. And it's like a little dot that's like zooming around, and it like goes above them and it goes below them and it goes in the water, and it's crazy. Like, it's a real video released by people, like by the government. This is real.
I feel the same way about that as I do about the stories of people seeing giants on the thermal viewer of their Bradleys in Afghanistan.
Well, that's different. We don't have those thermal images. We have the videos of the Tic Tac UFOs. Now, are they UFOs or are they just advanced military
I feel like
from...
those are just like Chinese drones.
Yeah, probably. But still, it's crazy. It's still like wild. I mean, you know, there's some Congress guy that was just talking about UFOs. Or is this all a distraction?
It's possible.
It's possible.
Well, Bray, have you seen Stargate?
Have I watched Stargate?
Yeah, Stargate.
The movie?
No, the television show.
No.
In that show, the U.S. government has secret diplomatic relations with alien powers for like 10 years and doesn't tell the public about it. To the point where like there are several episodes where it's like the president of the United States meeting with like the president of the Little Gray Men.
Martin Sheen. Should have been.
Yeah, I think it actually was.
Was it?
In the movie, it might have been.
Really?
I don't know.
That's funny.
But they have like MacGyver. The guy who played MacGyver is in the Stargate television show, and he's like brokering peace deals with like alien warlords for like 10 years, and they don't tell the public.
See, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's what's been going on.
And that'd be so cool if we had a Stargate.
I wish, but we wouldn't be doing all of this if we had UFOs, right?
I mean, if we had UFO technology...
You think Donald Trump knows about UFOs?
I feel like if he did, he wouldn't be able to shut up about it.
Right? He would Twitter about it. He would X about it. He would X.
Yeah. I feel like there'd be a zeet about it.
There really would be.
He'd be like, we have the best spacecraft.
They showed me the aliens. They're pretty crazy.
But also, at what point, if you have alien spacecraft, do you not just restart NASA and just like club the rest of the world space program?
Well, you gotta keep it secret. You gotta keep it secret from all of them. They say that it's really important. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're still testing it.
I feel like we could have had a moon colony by now if we had alien technology.
We definitely have a moon colony. What do you think's on the dark side?
I thought the Nazis
Transformers?
had a dark side moon colony.
What?
I thought that's where the Nazis were.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's where the Transformers are.
Oh yeah.
They're on the dark side of the moon.
Are they like fighting the Nazis?
Or working with them, because they're Decepticons on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad,
Did you ever watch the movie?
No, I never did.
The documentary
Yeah, the documentary with Shia LaBeouf in it.
with Shia LaBeouf in it,
Yeah.
Transformers: The Dark Side of the Moon.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah, great, a cinematic masterpiece, a feast for the eyes, I will say. But that's, if we're talking about culturally, that's where we see it. We see it
100%.
in every alien thing you've ever watched has been influenced by, in some way, the Roswell case.
Well, it's like it's the American depiction of aliens.
Yeah,
It's little gray.
It's even to the point where when there are major UFO sighting stories in other countries, they're always called like the Roswell of Britain,
Well,
the Roswell of the Ramblesham Forest incident or whatever.
The one from Kenya,
I don't know what you're talking
where
about.
it was a bunch of like school children.
Oh yes, I do know about this. Yeah, with the yeah.
And it's like arguably the most credible UFO sighting because like 15.
Everybody saw it.
All agreed on basically the same thing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Where was that?
I forget exactly.
The Rendlesham Forest incident, which was the Roswell of England. Pretty interesting. The Kenya one, I've heard about that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Betty and Barney Hill was before this, but that was kind of the kicking off point. Do you know about the Betty Barney Hill case?
Yeah, those two who like allegedly got abducted by aliens.
Yes.
Like from their car in Ohio.
From their car in Ohio, they're driving at night. They get abducted. It was an interracial couple though, which is always very. I feel like there's something to that aspect. I feel that they were an interracial couple. Can I talk? An interracial couple in the times of the 40s, 50s, where it was not seen as like appropriate, and then they're talking about getting abducted by UFOs and being like terrified by it. It's very interesting.
This specific incident in Africa.
What's it called?
Ariel's school incident. 16th of September 1994, outside of Ruwa, Zimbabwe. 62 students at the Ariel school, aged between 6 and 12. They saw one or more silver craft descend from the sky and land on a field near their school. Some children claimed that one or more creatures dressed in all black approached and telepathically communicated a environmentally themed message to them, frightening them and causing them to cry. Writer Jerome Clark called the incident the most remarkable close encounter of the third kind of the 1990s, and some have described the incident as one of mass hysteria. Not all the children at the school that day stated that they saw something, and several of those that did maintain their account of the incident is true.
I mean, in Zimbabwe.
It's just outside of the capital of Zimbabwe, Harare, by the way.
That's a really if you want to deep dive into that, you should go do it because it's a really interesting story.
Fantastically interesting.
It's fantastically interesting, and also the theme of environmentalism comes up a lot in UFO stories. I will say,
is an interesting parallel.
It is. It's in a lot of them.
Because even like going back to the Roswell stuff, you have some like weird
anti-nuclear stuff. Like they're trying to
warn us not to nuke ourselves into stuff.
Yeah, or they're attracted by it. We're gonna, it's like, oh, we're bringing in outside forces because we're playing God kind of thing. That's always been a part of it. And then even in that Bud Hopkins book I was telling you about, in Witnessed, there is. The girl who gets abducted is with 3 entities talking to some unidentified leader of the free world. Not of the free world, but of some country. And his associates. And they tell them that, the Earth's getting polluted. That we need to stop it. And afterwards, he becomes very environmentally conscious. So, I mean, that's a small example. And one that I don't necessarily believe is true. But the consistency of UFO stories and abduction stories specifically, always kind of encounter stories especially, also having a message of environmentalism is something that is very...
It's definitely
strange parallel that always comes with these. And I don't know, is it because the hippies are telling the stories? Maybe.
Yeah, also what
counterculture
people reports this.
Right. Hippies.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hippies.
Drunkards.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Those 6-year-old kids in Zimbabwe weren't drunk.
They weren't.
Unless they were.
Unless they were. But then
it's much more insidious.
Which is much more. There was something else at play over there in Zimbabwe. Yeah, UFOs.
Are they real?
Are they real?
Great question.
Who gives a gaff? If so, big if true.
Big if true.
Big if true.
Well, okay. I have a question for you.
All right.
Do you buy the argument that aliens are mathematically, like, there have to be aliens? Just mathematically?
There are aliens. I mean, that's without a question. If you're like a person who believes in science and logic, then there are aliens. Well, but I don't know if there are technically advanced or would even resemble anything that we would think is a life form.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if you saw an alien, you would be like, I don't think you could describe it. I don't think you could even, like, you couldn't even imagine it because it's beyond anything you could. It's beyond your world. It's so different and so differently made than anything you would ever know. It would be completely mind-boggling.
Just like biologically.
Yeah.
They don't fit into the paradigm of life that we know on Earth.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have. There's a chance they don't distinguish between, like, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells.
It could be anything. Like, that's why I have such a love for UFO stories, but I every time there's an abduction story and they mention, like, bipedal little green men, I'm like, that wouldn't be it. But also, here, okay, if we're going to go deep into it,
well, yeah, let's go.
Here's a theory that I kind of do subscribe to for some of the wilder stories that are like, this person wasn't lying. This person wasn't lying. You know, this person wasn't lying. They were telling the truth. When they're like, oh, they're ultra-terrestrials who are beyond our comprehension of anything, so much so that they have to create something for us to see that will not, like, frighten us beyond belief.
That was where I was going to go. Is like, if these aliens are genuinely so much more advanced than us, they can understand things we can't. Wouldn't they just sort of project an image of that we would be? That
would be a lot more comforting, or not comforting, but a lot more tolerable.
Yeah.
To our, like, little minds, because if you saw an alien, like, it would literally, there is not a depiction of aliens in the universe, of our universe, in our world, that resembles anything an alien would be. Because they all draw off our own biologics. In some way. Like, it looks insectoid, or it looks, I don't know.
Well,
it's like an impossible thing to think about.
Getting back to something you said earlier, I think life on Earth can be so alien feeling sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you consider life on Earth has been around for, what, like 2 billion years? The oldest life we can know is, like, the early Hadean period, right? Which I don't know the geological name.
In the Carboniferous period or something.
That's actually like 3 periods in.
Yeah, that is like 3 periods in.
But we have, like, early Hadean life that's, like, over 1 billion years old.
Right.
Right, and, like, theoretically, like, Lika and Luca are, like, 2 billion years old.
Right.
So if aliens are more advanced than us, they've existed longer than us.
Right.
Almost certainly. So that means they're, like, in the orders of magnitude older than us.
Right.
They would have evolved to a point at which our comprehension sort of ceases to matter.
Exactly.
And also, when you consider, for most of that time, life on Earth was, like, sea sponges.
Yeah.
And, like, plants.
Not anything.
Like, that's it.
That's it. Like, boring.
Yeah, so what if the aliens are just, like, sentient sea sponges?
Yeah. What if they're, like, beyond sentience? They're like just a completely different thing. Like, it's...
Or they, like, don't perceive linear time.
Yeah. There's so many things that goes into making... Like, this even goes into, like, movies and stuff. Like, depicting aliens correctly...
Oh, it's impossible.
You cannot do it. You can't do it, because if you can, then that's not alien enough.
Unless you just fully sell your like world as full science fantasy, like Star Wars, where the aliens are like funny humans, basically.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, exactly. I mean that's why they do that, because if you were really going to portray an alien, you can't because you don't know anything else besides Earth.
Yes.
Even the things that you think look alien are things that are inspired by Earth.
If you want to see a very interesting animal, hallucigenia. Yes, it is named like that for a reason. Hallucigenia. We couldn't figure out which way on hallucigenia was up.
What the hell?
We couldn't figure out...
Oh, this thing. Yeah, I know about this
We
thing.
couldn't figure out how it was bilaterally symmetrical. We knew it was.
It just how it was. Was it like walking on the spines, or was it...
Was it like vertical? Was it like which orientation was it? Like the fact that we have such difficulty comprehending the life on our planet.
Yeah. And this thing looks like I would think an
crazy.
alien would look like.
It's crazy.
But even that is too... That's too Earth for us.
Yes.
Like that's literally, like, it would be completely something unimaginable. Like, that's why I love Lovecraftian horror.
Yes.
Because I think that really describes a sort of alien experience, how it would be. It would be like an unimaginable horror. You could not describe it because you literally don't have the facilities to describe it.
Well, you see in like The Color Out of Space.
Yeah.
It's a color that's incomprehensible to human eyes. And you're like, what does that mean?
Like, what does that mean? We don't know. But it's a great story. It's what would happen, but when you look at it, you're like, oh, is a color?
Yeah.
He freaked out over a color. He freaked it on a color?
To be fair, he freaked it over a lot of stuff.
He did. Have you seen the movie?
He freaked it over air
with Nicolas Cage?
What?
There's a movie with Nicolas Cage of The Color Out of Space.
Really?
It's really good.
I was like, that movie, I'd watch that.
It's like actually like grotesque and really good. Like, it's great.
Well, arguably every movie with Nick Cage is grotesque.
Have you seen Mandy?
No.
This is so off topic. Have you seen Mandy?
No.
You should watch Mandy.
I should watch Mandy.
He has a chainsaw fight in that movie.
That's pretty sick.
And there's there's planets in the background all the time, and it's just the whole movie is just red.
Interesting.
His wife gets abducted by like drug pushers, and he goes and gets her back. That's basically the whole movie. But he's like, it's insane. It's an insane person.
He's Nick Cage. He's like never been in a normal movie in his life.
And if he like Moonstruck.
No, I was thinking.
Have you seen Moonstruck?
I was thinking The Merchant of Death.
Have you seen Moonstruck?
Lord of War. My bad. No, I haven't seen Moonstruck.
Do you know who's in Moonstruck?
No.
It's Cher and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, buddy.
And their love interests.
Wait, isn't Nicolas Cage like 20 years younger than her?
Yeah, and he's really hairy in that movie. And he's got a fake hand.
He's
got a wooden hand. And like, it's a really important part of that movie. And he's like a baker.
Like a baker.
Yeah, and he's like, get away from me. Like, he's really like just aggressive and mean. And she's like, oh, I just like him. He's just a nice guy. Like, it's really kind of crazy. And they fall in love.
His character in Lord of War.
I've never seen that movie.
It's like the only serious Nick Cage movie anyone's ever heard about. But
I've
he
never
plays a
heard of it.
Russian guy, and that's a real dude. It's like about a real dude. Kind of
It's
like
like a
how
bio-
Wall Street's about a real dude.
Yeah.
And that real dude is still alive and was in prison in the USA. Do you remember when Brittany Griner got arrested in Russia?
Yeah. It was kind of that.
We traded Brittany Griner, who, shout out to her, right?
Right.
For this guy. The guy Nick Cage played in that movie where he paints stuff on a boat. And also gets paid in diamonds.
Have you seen Dream Scenario?
No.
Nicolas Cage in that
I
one,
haven't
too.
seen any movies.
Nicolas Cage movies are either like completely psycho or they're really good.
I feel like he'll just be in anything.
Let's see if he's in any alien movies.
There's like a 100% chance he's been in a movie with aliens.
I know The Color Out of Space, we were just talking about it.
Well, yeah, but like other than that one. Well, does The Color Out of Space even have like aliens, or is it just like a thing?
It's like a thing. It's like The Thing type thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like a weird.
Well, The Thing's another good example of aliens.
That's a really great depiction of an alien.
Yes.
Because I think because it's not, there is no physical form for the thing because it imitates everything else.
It's like The Thing and the Flood from Halo.
Yeah, basically.
Are like
those are really good tries.
Yeah.
But still or like The Blob.
I suppose.
You know, that kind of goes because it's like.
Yeah.
Not real,
it's like
not
gelatin.
Just gelatin. Yeah, I think Nicolas Cage should be in more alien movies, Loke.
I feel like Nicolas Cage should just be in more movies.
He is good when you have a character that's a Nicolas Cage-esque character.
Yeah.
When he's trying to do anything else, it's like...
Yeah.
Like, what? Can he act? But he can.
Can he act?
But it just works better when he's a crazy person.
Well, did you know he's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew?
Really?
Yes, he changed his name. He changed his name from Nicholas Coppola to Nicolas Cage. Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle.
Breaking news. I did not know that.
Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle.
Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle?
Yeah, the guy who made that wine.
Nicolas Cage is a Nicolas Cage is a Nepo baby?
Nicolas Cage is a Nepo baby.
What? Bruh. I did not know that.
It makes the question, can he act, all the more relevant.
My eyes have been opened.
Yeah.
What's his daughter's name?
That's a great question.
Not Nicolas Cage's daughter. Francis Ford Coppola's daughter.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Her name's definitely something pretentious.
No, it's Sofia Coppola.
That's kind of
Shut up.
pretentious.
No, it isn't.
Oh, arguably.
That her last name is Coppola.
No,
her real name.
What is she named after? That city in Bulgaria?
Sofia?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not that worldly.
Worldly?
I'm not that worldly.
Yeah, you're. What are you detached from earthly attachments?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie? Speaking of, this will be the last thing.
Let me run through my Rolodex if I've seen any.
The Godfather, Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now is definitely the one for me because I haven't sat down and put the time into the Godfather
Jack.
movies. What?
He directed Jack with Robin Williams.
I hate Robin Williams.
Which is what?
Robin Williams is good.
Oh, I thought you said you hate Robin Williams.
No, I love Robin Williams. Rest in peace. Taken far too early.
Marie Antoinette, but I think that was Sofia Coppola. Marie Antoinette is a really good movie though. Peggy Sue Got Married. I think he was a producer on these.
Well, he's been around movies so much that it's hard to detach some of his production from him as a director.
Okay, but my favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That's a good one. Is that the one with Hugh Jackman?
No.
No, okay.
It's with, you're close though, Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
And Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. It's that one. Okay.
Girl, if y'all haven't seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, it's getting to be Halloween season. It's getting to be October. Put the tape in the VCR. Please. Please do it. It's so good. It is so good, especially if you like Nosferatu. It's as freak, if not more freak than Nosferatu. It's a real freak.
Yeah.
Real freak.
Dracula in the book's a pretty big freak.
Yeah, and it's Gary Oldman dressed as a monster guy. He's got crazy hair, he's got white skin, and he's like.
Well, so they just put normal Gary Oldman in the movie.
Yeah, well, he was Dracula, the fighter, and then he becomes the Dracula. He becomes the Dracula.
He becomes the Dracula. You know.
Some sort of.
Dracula. Dracula who looks like Gary Oldman.
Yeah, exactly. And then Winona Ryder's in it. She's acting horrible. And that sounded like Donald Trump.
Is she a bad actor or is she being a bad person?
She's bad acting in the movie, low-key.
Wait, really?
I mean, she's not. It's not the best Winona Ryder feature
interest?
Of Keanu Reeves, and he's really bad in that one.
Yeah.
He can't do a British accent, but he's trying.
Look,
Winona Ryder's in it. She's bad.
Keanu Reeves is bad.
Keanu Reeves is not doing much better. And Anthony Hopkins is really eating. Anthony Hopkins eats.
He kind of just eats in all the stuff he's in though.
Monica Bellucci's in it.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. She's an Italian actress. I think she's the.
She was in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
She was in Bram Stoker's Dracula. No, I'm trying. I thought she was in. This is not the lady I thought she was. I thought she was a different lady. I thought she was the lady from The White Lotus.
Here's a real question for you, Bray. You think there will be a critical reevaluation of Megalopolis in 10 years?
Oh yeah, I have yet to see Megalopolis because I think I don't want to see it, but I do want to see it after we think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, because I feel like.
Did he die?
Francis Ford Coppola?
Yeah.
No.
Then why did Megalopolis become bad?
Because apparently it just wasn't a very good movie.
But he was working on it for 30 years.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I mean, did you watch the prequel trilogy of Star Wars?
Yeah, I did.
That's what happens when you don't tell very creative people no.
Okay, but we've reevaluated the prequels and they're good now.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I see.
Something in 10 years where we go, you know what? Looking back, that was
actually good. It was pretty good. We just didn't know what we were watching.
Yeah, we just had to contextualize it.
Speaking of aliens, have you seen?
Speaking of aliens, George Lucas.
This is the last thing. We're gonna go to George Lucas.
You could convince me George Lucas is an alien.
This is all relevant.
It is relevant.
Roswell, aliens,
Look,
George Lucas, media, movies. George Lucas is a hack fraud who doesn't know up from down. But you know what? He had a great idea, and he had good people around him. The prequels are showing you that the prequels.
The prequels are what happens when George Lucas tries to write a script,
and no one says no.
and no one tells him no.
I think there's kind of a I think we can kind of make a social commentary on that, eh?
Yeah.
On the prequels and
No one telling a powerful man no.
the building of a fascist regime. I think it has parallels. Let's just say.
Well, I mean, look, I'm saying, if Donald Trump was as charismatic as Chief Palpatine,
Which I'm not saying he's not.
as for some people, I'm sure he is.
Do it.
He kind of skipped the like young attractive Sheev. He like skipped straight to like disheveled.
When was he young and attractive?
In like episode 1, well, he was kind of young, attractive to a certain kind of person.
Yeah,
But
true.
that would be me.
But not me. Just telling you.
Just informing you.
I just liked when he got all the power. Unlimited power. I mean, I think that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the
I mean, like, are we in the is Mace Windu like holding his lightsaber up to him? Who's like the Anakin Skywalker who's gonna come in and give him unlimited power?
Oh, it's
And
JD
is it-
Vance.
and is it-
It's
is
JD
it
Vance. It's JD Vance. Or no, that was no. I feel like I can't even say his name.
Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom is not Anakin. Gavin Newsom is.
He could be.
Is he gonna overthrow and then become anything much more? Well, no, he's his. Well, yeah. Darth Vader has to be his minion. Because in the sequels, he's the
he's
top
he's
dog.
the minion, yeah, he's the man.
And then somehow Palpatine returned.
We don't need to talk about.
And then
we don't need to talk about that.
somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow it happened.
Somehow, I don't know. I didn't see it. It was off screen.
To connect us back to Megalopolis.
Connected back to
He's a really
Megalopolis.
good actor, Adam Driver. You know who's a really good actor who's been in a lot of really bad movies?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
You know what movie Adam Driver was in that was really good?
Marriage Story.
Marriage Story.
Yeah.
And then you also got a Marvel actress in there too.
Yes.
You've got a Marvel actress and you've got a Star Wars actor. Oh, these big time Hollywood celebrities doing a drama about marriage, and it's really great.
And the famous scene is Adam Driver like punching a wall and screaming at her.
Every time I look at you, I wish you were dead.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's
come
how I
on.
feel with Francis Ford Coppola sometimes.
That's how I feel.
You know what? That's how I feel about George Lucas.
That's how I feel about George Lucas. I think we need to get him on the pod.
Yeah, dude. Let's get George.
Let's get George Lucas because he's not busy anymore.
I don't know. He might.
What about all those personal projects he was going to work on?
Well, his daughter's like a real martial artist.
What?
His daughter's like a professional jujitsu doer.
Doer.
I don't know the word for it. I know like judoka for judo, but I don't know what it is for jujitsu.
All right, you know.
She like won like a serious jujitsu tournament.
Okay. George Lucas and the prequels is like watching a train wreck. and everyone going to the captain, yes, it's a great idea. He's saying we should steer more into the iceberg. Yes.
Yes, we should.
Oh, that sounds great, Mr. Lucas. Yes.
Let's lead into the character writing.
Let's do Jar Jar Binks. Who's the Jar Jar Binks of our political administration?
Oh, that's JD Vance.
It kind of is JD Vance,
kinda is
actually.
JD
It's JD Vance. Well, Darth
Yeah, Darth Jar Jar.
Jar Jar. I think he's Darth Jar
Secretly
Jar.
pulling all the strings.
He's secret. Yeah, he's up in the top.
Yeah.
He's doing
Master.
the worst. And you know what? Jar Jar was the key to all of it.
He was.
If we can get him working, everything will work out fine.
The sound of democracy dies. The sound of thunderous applause.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
I will say, episode 3 was a lot better than episode 2.
I think I should go back and rewatch them because they're probably like interesting movies. Not great as from Star Wars movies,
Like-
but
The action scenes have aged very well.
really.
They've aged very, very well.
Hmm.
Episode 1, like the fight with Darth Maul in the reactor is incredible.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, because that's what
left
Star Wars is about.
The score is incredible. John Williams?
John Williams.
John Williams is like the best part of episode 2.
The score.
Yeah, score.
The score. I think Attack of the Clones is probably the worst one, right?
Of the prequels, yeah.
Because at least Phantom Menace is, like, interesting. No.
At least Phantom Menace is, like, not as poorly acted.
It's trying to do something.
Like, okay, Phantom Menace, the acting's not good.
No.
Attack of the Clones, the acting's actively bad.
Exactly.
At points.
And then Revenge of the Sith, it's, like...
pretty good.
It's okay.
It's like a shockingly good performance from Hayden Christensen.
Well, you know what? If I really like the concept of the prequels.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they were executed well.
Well, it's kind of a logical step because like the original trilogy is about like a small band of rebels.
Well, the original trilogy was a fantasy series.
It was
not science fiction at all.
Literally like a samurai movie in space.
Yeah, it was like a hero's journey story with space paint on it.
And then the prequels were like a political thriller.
Yeah, and I think that was really jarring.
Visuals.
That was Jar Jar Binks. It was really jarring. You know what I mean? And I think we see the fruition of George Lucas's efforts if he would have been good at his job, which is to make a Star Wars movie and also make a political drama. He should have made Andor.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Which is exactly what it's what the prequels wanted to be.
Yes.
Perfectly. Like a really good story, really great to watch.
I kind of think Star Wars is at its best when it's just doing genre fiction in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like Rogue One is literally just a gritty war movie.
I don't like Rogue One.
You don't like Rogue One?
I don't like Rogue One.
Do you have eyes?
Yeah.
Do you have ears? Did you like watch the movie?
I did.
What do you not like about it?
I don't like that it's like...
Do you not like the ending?
No, I think the ending's like fine, but I just don't like... I don't like the characters, and I don't like that it's like... AT-AT walkers! X-Wings! TIE fighters! Whoa! I don't like
Rogue
that.
One?
Yeah.
I mean, like, the last, 20 minutes of the movie is kind of like that.
And then the rest of it is boring.
Okay.
I don't care about Jyn Erso. I don't. She's boring. She's boring. Get it together.
I disagree.
I didn't like Andor until I watched Andor.
You didn't like Cassian Andor? Dude,
No.
okay,
I didn't give a gaff about Andor. Who was this guy?
Diego Luna's such a good actor.
Yeah, he is, but when he gets able to do things, like in Andor.
Able to do things in Rogue One.
Okay, okay, this is the last thing. We have to wrap this up soon. But I really like Deirdre, whatever.
Oh, yeah, Deirdre?
Deirdre?
Yeah, Deirdre or whatever.
She is my favorite character in Andor.
Yeah?
I love seeing the inside of the Empire and them being like, or like the beginnings of the Empire, the Imperials. Like, I love seeing them just being like in their office and like, I've got a scoop. I'm going to make the boss proud. Like, I think that's so fun. And I think she looks exactly like I would think an Imperial officer woman would look, which is
authoritarianism.
She just looks like she's a fascist.
She does. And like that scene where she's like sweating in the interrogation room late in the season.
Yeah.
And it's like suddenly the hammer of fascism turned onto you.
Exactly. And it's like, well, who's next? You.
You.
And then Mon Mothma became a character.
Yeah.
That we actually cared about.
Dude, her like freaking out in Cassian Andor's jacket.
I love her.
A+, I love her.
I love Mon Mothma. Anyway, that's it. I'll leave you with this. If we didn't have the Roswell incident, we wouldn't have George Lucas, and we wouldn't have the Star Wars, and we wouldn't have Andor. So really, you should go thank Jesse A. Marcel.
Should you thank him?
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
And Nicolas Cage should be in more movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
All right. We will see you guys next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
All right.
Talk about something better.